Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. It is fantastic you are here. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video on the Aussie band The Church and through their song Under the Milky Way, which is such an iconic song, really, such space and beauty in that song. We looked at the fact that sometimes when we look up in the stars, we think, oh wow, what an amazing thing to see. And the fact that we're all looking up at stars and wondering whether the world can be better than it is. So I trust you found that one an encouragement. Well, we're going on to a duo today that were formed in 2011 in Nashville. Molly Reed and Josh Van Deur, but Josh left soon after and he was replaced by Robbie Earl. There's been a few other guys involved in this group as well, and the band is City Harbour. Now, another band you may have heard of, but you know, these guys have been described as evocative, deeply personal, and a little bit fresh in their sound. Very much in the Christian music genre, and as I've talked about before, this genre, it goes into places often that gets us to think about who we are as human beings. And for City Harbour in particular, I think what they like to focus on is that, you know, sometimes things come up in life and we think, oh, you know, I'm not going to face that right now. I'm going to put it off and hopefully it'll go away. Well, sometimes we've got to face this stuff. We've actually got to realise what's going on, and instead of running away from it, perhaps we need to deal with it. Very much the story of human struggle, and there is struggle in our lives. I think this is what these guys are trying to say through their songs, and so this is where we're headed today. Now, there's one song in particular of theirs that I wanted to talk about today, and it is Come However You Are. And the lyrics go on to talk about whether there are mistakes and heartaches, lack of love, family breakdown, lack of self-belief, all of those things. Come however you are right now. Now, I was thinking about this today a little bit as I was preparing for today, and I was thinking about this concept of coming however you are. So in other words, just rocking up as yourself and not rocking up with any other masks that we put on from time to time, just coming however we are. And it seems to me in this world that we live in these days that we almost don't have permission to do that. We've got to put on, be a certain way, have a certain look about us, be a certain way in order to fit in. Sometimes maybe are we longing for just to think, oh, for heaven's sake, I just want to be me. I just want to flop in my trackies and just let the world enclose me. Just let the world be whatever. But it seems so often in this world that we don't get the permission to come however we are. We've always got to put on something to get by. And I was thinking about these videos that I've been doing. We're up to around 120 odd now. Actually 130, I think. And I'm thinking, well, you know, I'm not this big, flashy, showy person. What I'm trying to do, all I'm trying to do is to just connect with a bit of warmth, a little bit of humour, a little bit of knowledge about music, but just to connect with you. I don't have the big flashy, welcome to this channel stuff that happens. I don't have that. What I'm encouraging us all to do is just to be able to sit back and relax as we are. You know, I tend to sit in the similar place each time. You know, I'm just sitting in my lounge room. I've got an iPad for a camera, sitting on a music stand. I've got some notes up there, a couple of lights on above, and behind me, just very fortunate to have this piano, which I play, by the way, and that bit of a cabinet. And that's kind of it, really. I'm hoping that there's just something comforting about the image that you're seeing. I don't edit out the ums and the ahs. I just leave them in there. Because you know what? I'm a human being as much as anybody. I must admit, when I started doing this series, I used to and ah a bit more, but not so much these. And my nose starts to itch when I when I start recording. Often I've got to just itch my nose because it drives me crazy. It doesn't look so good on the screen, I get that, but you know what? We're all human beings. I don't have the big flashy showy thing going on. And if I touch one person with these videos, they've done their job. That's all I can really hope for, really, because when we get into this big world of YouTube where there's just so much stuff out there, now if you come to my little weeny channel and hang around, well, that's fantastic. But I think the encouragement for you, if you actually have hung around till now, is that you can come however you are. Because my aim in these videos is to just connect with us, to talk about the stuff that sometimes can be a bit tricky to face, and we think, oh, don't want to listen to that stuff, but at the same time I do. We talk about love that seems to be powerful and never leave. We talk about people that may have left us. We talk about relationships that may have broken down, but at the same time we also talk about how incredible love is and how incredible relationships can be, the joy and wonder of this world that we live in, making a positive difference in this world. The best positive difference that we can make is not to put on this, look at me, aren't I a good thing? No. The best way that we can be a positive difference is to just be ourselves. And when we go into this world, whatever we're doing, we try to put as much of however we are into the world that we come against. And you may find that people will resonate with that because they can just be themselves as well. We don't need pretense. We don't need pretend. We don't need masks. We just need to come however we are. And certainly as I do these videos, that is well and truly the invitation extended to you here, that you have the invitation just to be yourself and let these words just resonate with you somehow. You know, we go into all sorts of genres on this channel. We've done hard rock, we've done soft rock, we've done country, we've done the Christian music genre, we've done classical. We've done all of these genres because you know what? Music speaks to us at different moments. Sometimes we need a hard rock song, sometimes we need a quieter song, sometimes we need a ballad. Sometimes we need to hear just a guy with his guitar, sometimes we need to hear a full-blown thing happening. Because our lives are full of moments where we just want to sit and be ourselves. And that is certainly the invitation with these videos, I am thinking. And certainly the invitation for City Harbour when they came out with this song, Come However You Are. So that means that, you know, we don't have to put all the stuff aside that we're struggling with. No. We bring that with us. Because I'm not going to pretend I've got it all together. You know, no way have I got it all together. But there's something quite compelling about the vulnerability that I feel in this world. I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to pretend like I've got it all together either. I'm just going to do the best I can with what I know about myself at the time. And that's just going to have to be good enough for the world that I live in. So we don't put all that stuff aside and say I'll come back to it later. The invitation with these videos is you can bring that stuff with you. It's real, it's vulnerable, and it's often where our lives are working the hardest. And we think, oh gee, I wish I could just get over this thing. What do I do about this thing? How did I even get here? Bring that stuff with you, mate. Bring that stuff with you, guys. Bring it with you. And certainly bring it into this space, because this space, I'm hoping, is safe. Yes, we do get into Christian music a little bit. I suppose that's what I am. But you know what? I try to pick the videos which are going to resonate with you and actually mean something to you, as it is just pushing something down your throat. And certainly with this song today, Come However You Are, that is the invitation for you to come however you are. And hopefully something that I say will mean something to you. I could be completely off the boil with some videos, but it could be right for somebody else. And so come however you are. However you are. Whatever that is, come. Because you're well and truly welcome to this channel. And if you're not sure what the however even is at the moment, I must admit for me, I wonder about that at times. What does however even look like at the moment? What is the however? It's just a whole hodgepodge of different emotions and feelings and thoughts just all thrown into some kind of pot that's just stewing around inside of our heads. However you are. Sometimes the best thing we can do is to not try and work it out too much. Just let it happen. Because our lives are doing some work that it needs to do. I know for me at the moment, I've been challenged by a few different people to be able to stand up and to be able to ask for things more than I do. I'm a little bit timid and a little bit scared to do that. And if I do try, it kind of doesn't go so well. I think, oh, well, perhaps I just won't do it next time. But the challenge has been for me to go to a couple of people and say, hey, look, you know, what can be different about this? Whether I'll do that or not, I don't know. I've got an email sitting in my inbox asking me that very question, and there's almost a bit of accountability there. They've got to face a person I'm really, really scared of, and to try and work it out somehow. We owe it to ourselves to try and work this stuff out. Come however you are. And we're all in this stuff together, right? We're all in this together. So I trust that has been an encouragement for you today. I didn't really know what I was going to say when this video started. I like the come however you are line. But as far as what I was actually going to say about that, well, this is what's emerged. So there we go. Well, on to the clips today. And yes, we have got Come However You Are. These guys have only had the one album in 2014, and so they've all kind of come off the same album. Through mistakes, heartache, love, family breakdown, lack of self-belief, come however you are. Relax and take a deep breath and go, oh, let this song just weave over me. Molly's got a beautiful voice. She really, really does, and she's just got a way about her. And this is an acoustic version of this, just in a radio station where they just play this on air. The touch of the mandolin is really, really nice as well. So that one's there for you to have a look at. And I've also got Lifted Up, and that is all of these questions that we have where there's no answers. So we think, oh, why is there no why here? Well, lift it up. Ask the questions. Go and talk to someone if you need to. If you have a faith in some higher power, lift it up to that as well. So that's actually a live version of that one. And so both of the links to both of those songs are in the description below for you to have a look at. And I've also included my last video from the church. So if you want to recap on that one, feel free. Well, I really, really trust for anybody who's here today, whether you've come back for another one or whether this is your first time to Life Reflections Through Music, Thank you for being here, and thank you for coming round, and thank you for staying to the end. And I really trust it's been an encouragement for you today. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to go to an absolute legend in the music industry, and that is Sir Cliff Richard. So until then, I'll catch you around.